I love it when people take their crazy ideas and try to stuff them down into some bumper sticker catchphrase like, but we have to do this. It's all about the kids. Come on now. If it were up to conservatives, kids would still be working 70 or 80 hours a week. Then again, if liberals had their way, there wouldn't even be any. They would have aborted them all. Which is worse? I don't know. Take your pick. As for today's kids, the one thing that separates them from everybody else who's ever come down the line before is their tech savvy and their immediate access to information. This could wind up being their biggest advantage. It could also be their biggest vulnerability. Suppose, for example, I ask you the simple question, who was the 10th President of the United States? If you're 25 or younger, by the time I finish this sentence, you've had plenty of time to flip open your handheld device, push a few buttons, and come up with the answer, James K. Polk. And of course you'd be correct. But if you're older, you probably gave me that answer 5 seconds ago because you already knew it. Because at one point you took the time to learn it. Which means that on some level you probably connected it to other things that you know in other areas. Over time, a template starts to develop. A composite, if you will, from which you can draw on to start to form your own point of view about things as they're happening in real time. Without such a template, I have to question how anybody could ever come up with an original point of view about anything that would be uniquely their own. And have you noticed how recently diversity of points of view seems to be giving way more and more to the universal knee-jerk, even as diversity itself is being celebrated? Take the Paula Deen takedown, for example. She was roundly condemned all the way up and down the line, and over what? Using the N-word one time 30 years ago? Really? Or how about the way the United States Supreme Court just earlier this week upheld one California appellate court justice's ruling that overturned the will of his entire state on Proposition 8. The whole country cheered it on as if it were some kind of a victory for gay marriage. It wasn't, you know. A real victory would have been for the vote to just go the other way to begin with. No, this was a victory for the politics of misdirection. Very carefully scripted as gay marriage just so that the country would cheer it on. Mission accomplished. Yeah, what the hell. Representative government, who needs that? It's too big a hassle. Just let my unelected leaders and officials tell me what to think. That'll be good enough for me. On this 4th of July, I would like to declare my independence from the knee-jerk views that are being assigned from on high by those who think they know better. Want to join me? No, seriously, it's a lot of fun. And my pledge of allegiance to you is that you can continue to rely on this channel and on this person for a point of view that you may or may not agree with at times, but will be real, well thought out, backed up, and that I promise you will not hear anyplace else. Some people might say that I possess a very shallow grasp of reality, but the last I checked, even a shallow grasp is still at least a grasp. I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. God bless the USA. I'll see you next time. Steve out.